Hey everybody, it's me, Christy the ChatterBox. I'm here with I guess a little vlog about my latest new online tool obsession. Um, I just started using, over the last couple of months, Google Voice. Now you may have seen a little bit about Google Voice. I know Mashable has talked about it, some videos. But I just started using it, and it's by invitation only at this point. You can request an invitation to use it through Google. Just put in Google Voice, and it should come up, and you can request an invitation. But what Google Voice is a platform, a free phone number that you can forward all of your other phone numbers to. That way, you only give out one number instead of like 5 or 6. Now, if you're like me, I have several numbers. I have a Skype number. I have a personal cell phone number that rings to my BlackBerry. I've got my promotional G1 here that has its own number that I use for mostly business purposes. So I have these 3 numbers, and at this point, I'm not even sure who has which number. My family uses my personal number, which I have now forwarded to the G1, so sometimes when I call them from the G1, they're like, I don't recognize this number, and sometimes they won't pick it up. Well, Google Voice is for those of you out there who have 100 numbers that you can just give out one. Once you get your invitation, you can pick the phone number in whatever area code you'd like to have it in, and it usually goes by your city, state location. And then once you have your number, you can start forwarding. Now, I actually have my Google Voice number forwarded to this phone. So this is the phone that rings. So basically, if someone calls my Skype number or calls my BlackBerry number or calls this G1 number, it will always ring here if they call the Google Voice number that I have. So that one number connects all those phones, rings here. You guys get it? Hopefully I'm explaining it the best way. The features of Google Voice are really cool. When someone leaves you a voicemail on Google Voice, it actually transcribes into an email that gets sent to you. So instead of having to always listen to your message, you can read them. People are also able to text message your Google Voice number. So they don't have to if they want to send a text message to you, they don't have to use your cell phone. They can text that Google Voice number. So it's really cool. So if you have a lot of numbers like a work number, cell phone, work cell phone, it's great for that person who has a lot of numbers and they're on the move, you travel a lot, you're always on the go, and people need to reach you. You give them one number, and it rings whatever phone you choose for it to ring. I hope I'm making that pretty clear. A couple of other features that I like about the Google Voice is something that I do with my phone. Say when I'm ready to call someone, it gives me this option. I hope you guys can see it. You might not be able to see it. There's probably a little glare. But what that screen says, it gives me the option to use my Google Voice number to call or to call without Google Voice. If I call with Google Voice, my Google Voice number will show up on their caller ID. If I call without, whatever number this phone is what number we'll use. So I have a choice. The other thing that Google Voice does, and sorry I'm getting a little long-winded here, I apologize. The other thing that Google Voice does is that it announces your calls. So you have the option when you answer the phone, if someone is calling you from your Google Voice number, it'll announce who's calling you. It'll say you have a call coming in from, the caller announces their phone. You have the option of sending that call to voicemail or answering it. So it's a lot of great features on this, and I'm not even scratching the surface on how many great features Google Voice has. But I really highly recommend it. So far it's been working great for me. I'm kind of mad that I didn't discover this before I had 500 business cards printed because it has this number on it. But from here on out, you'll see in my email signatures that I have one number listed. It is my Google Voice number. It will connect me from any phone that I choose. I can have my Google Voice number ring here. I can have it ring to my house. I can have it ring to any other phone that I wish, and you can change it at any time, which is really great. There's a nice little dashboard that is just like with your Gmail or your Reader, anything that you use Google with. You have a screen that allows you to change preferences. You can do text messaging, all that great stuff. It's a great functional tool for people on the go who have a lot of phones. For those of you who are kind of like me who get promotional stuff and may have gotten a phone or something like that, that you may end up having to give back at some point. This is also a great way to make it seamless where you're not losing a phone number. You've got the one number. That's all anybody will ever need. So I hope I've made it simple for you. You guys go on over to Google Voice, request your invitation, and check it out. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it works for you. It worked great for me. So far, so good. And you know, if it stops working for me, I'm going to let you know. But thanks for putting up with me for these 5 minutes, and see you next time.